Mr. Speaker, I rise today in full, unambiguous support of the lower energy cost, H.R. 1. The Energy and Commerce Committee recently heard from David Hickman, a farmer, who described our current economy as, quote, the most perilous time for American agriculture. He's right, and he's not alone. Every day that I'm in Georgia's 1st Congressional District, whether I'm talking to a parent, a farmer, a teacher, or a trucker, or a small business owner, I hear the same concern. Inflation is too high. Everything from diesel to food is more expensive under this president who cannot stop himself from spending your money, stealing your retirement funds, and stomping on your small business. The average household is paying $10,000 more per year as a result of Biden's policies. What's worse is that pain is the point. On day one of his presidency, President Biden declared war on American energy and at breakneck speed ended American energy independence and killed thousands of jobs. What came next? Inflation, high interest rates, small business closing their doors, and even more inflation. When you plunge a knife into the heart of our economy, you can't be surprised when it begins bleeding out. Fortunately, House Republicans are stepping up and delivering solutions for the American people. H.R. 1 will increase American energy production, reform the permitting process for all industries, reverse this administration's anti-energy policies, streamline energy infrastructure, and boost the production and processing of critical minerals. That's a long-winded way of saying that this bill will make our energy sector more affordable, more efficient, and will create more jobs. The American people told us that inflation and high energy prices were their number one concern, and we are listening by making it the House's number one priority. It doesn't even matter if you think we should drill, baby, drill, or never use fossil fuels again. We need to be able to build in America again. That's why I'm particularly glad that my bill, H.R. 1070, was included in this legislation. It will help bring necessary permitting reform and investment in America's critical mineral mining and processing. Right now, we rely almost entirely on China for critical minerals needed for batteries, smartphones, military technologies, and more. Simply put, this is not energy independence. We depend more on China than we have ever relied on OPEC or any other countries for oil. It's a national security concern to depend on any one country for that much for such an essential material. My district is one of the few places in America that mines critical minerals, and we are eager to bring more of this essential and valuable supply chain home.
Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday to all of you. Congress is moving closer and closer to finally reaching a deal on the debt ceiling. Republicans have reaffirmed that they want to cut at least $1 trillion in spending. And lawmakers have proposed a new idea that may garner support from both parties. That is, to prioritize certain payments. My friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Please make sure that you watch until the end of this video for the latest news. Also, I will be announcing the 2 winners from yesterday's giveaway at the end of this video. But if you'd like to enter next week's giveaway, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Republicans and Democrats have been going back and forth for months over how to keep the U.S. from defaulting on its debt, something that could happen as soon as this July. And after President Biden released his budget, he has been calling on GOP lawmakers to do the same deal and detail what spending they want to cut in a potential debt ceiling deal. Republicans have some ideas. In fact, there are over 10 proposed bills for limiting funding to a slew of federal government programs and agencies. But GOP House Budget Chair Joni Arrington told the Wall Street Journal in an interview that it could take months for his party to put forth a budget, and the focus right now should be addressing the debt ceiling. He said, the more urgent matter is to address the debt ceiling and negotiate spending limitations and broader fiscal reforms in the process. But the White House has pushed back on the GOP stalling to produce a budget as they continue to float ideas to raise a debt ceiling. Earlier this week, Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy wrote a letter to Biden requesting that the president meet with him to negotiate a deal to keep the U.S. on top of paying its bills, stating in the letter that he is incredibly concerned. As each day goes by, the United States inches closer to a default, and no progress has been made towards a deal in Congress. Some lawmakers are looking at prioritizing certain payments in hopes of avoiding, or at least minimizing, the serious consequences of the U.S. defaulting on its debt. But this idea is not new. It's been floated before the past debt ceiling dramas, though it has never been implemented because Congress has always addressed the borrowing cap right in time. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen has repeatedly stressed the importance that Congress come together to address the borrowing cap as soon as possible. She also said she cannot assure that the idea is feasible, although there is a reason why Treasury Secretaries of both parties have rejected prioritization in the past. According to Janet Yellen, prioritizing payments to cover only certain obligations would not avoid a U.S. debt default. Janet Yellen said it would be an exceptionally risky and untested departure from normal payment practices of agencies across the federal government. The United States has a strong credit rating because of its commitment to be responsible in paying bills that has already incurred. Yellen noted that at least one credit rating agency has said that failure to pay any bill would call the nation's credit rating into question. She and other lawmakers have made it clear that they do not agree with prioritization. Earlier this month, the GOP-led House Ways and Means Committee passed a Default Prevention Act, which would modify the U.S. Treasury's authority when the United States hits its borrowing cap. It is to issue debt to pay principal and interest on the public debt, as well as Medicare and Social Security benefits. It also directs the U.S. Treasury to pay obligations related to the Department of Defense, military pay, and family benefits and veterans programs before all others. And it would prohibit the U.S. Treasury from paying for government travel, compensation for the president, vice president, and executive branch appointees, pay for members of Congress, and compensation for federal employees who work on behalf of unions, unless all other obligations of the federal government were already met. The committee does not consider this a prioritization bill, since it allows the Treasury to open new lines of credit to continue making payments on the debt, Social Security, and Medicare. It seeks to avoid defaulting on obligations to creditors, which would inflame the financial markets. Well, my beautiful and most amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this Saturday morning. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community. The two winners of yesterday's Walmart gift card giveaway is Pinky Duncan and Lula Gonelli. Congratulations, my friends! To claim your gift card, please check your notifications page and send me a message. Or you can message me on my Facebook page. Remember, friends, I'll be giving away more gift cards next Friday. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaways, please click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, the greater your chances, friends, of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed day.